Well, hello there. I got my tree up. It's kind of crooked, as usual. Got the lights on haphazardly, as usual. So, haven't decorated yet. Got a sick kid. So, not sure when we're going to get around to decorating it, but this cold that's going around is a doozy, and that stinks. But happy Thanksgiving. I'm recording this on Thanksgiving. I'll probably post it on Thanksgiving. And I'm going to do a combo review of 5 More Minutes and A Kiss Before Christmas. I really hope that's the name of the movie because I didn't go look it up before I started recording. These were movies that came out last weekend, and I just now finished 5 More Minutes. I finished A Kiss Before Christmas last night. And then starting tonight, between tonight and Sunday, there are 7 more movies. I would be lying if I said that I don't know if like I processed the last 2 movies in the best headspace just because I feel a little ill. Um, I feel sorry for my baby who's sick. Um, it's just been a rough week emotionally. You can go to some places and get reviews, and the people are just like, let me just review the movie. And then you can come here and listen to me talk, and I'll just be like telling you my whole life story. And you'll be like, what am I doing here? But I always like to say, like, if I start rambling about something, then somebody's going to be watching this and they'll be like, God, I thought I was a hot mess, but like, it could be worse because I could be this girl who's just rambling on about a bunch of random shit and whatever. Anyway, 5 More Minutes. Nikki DeLoach, Hallmark OG. Obviously, you know Nikki. She's been in many things. Um, the main guy, I already forgot his name, even though I looked it up about 10 minutes ago. But I know him from Cookie Cutter Christmas. Um, it was him and Aaron Krakow. Krakow. I always do this every single time I go to Krakow to pronounce her name. Should figure that out so I finally get it right. Um, I liked it. I think I'm pretty sure. Um, I maybe should have waited a couple minutes and processed it, but it had. I don't want to spoil the plot because it, it's a movie about. I'll just tell you generally family and love and loss and grief and basically how we always wish that we had 5 more minutes with people that we've lost. That is very relatable, I think, for most of us, probably. Especially if you're my age, you have somebody in your life. For me, it's my parents. I always wish I could just have one more conversation with my mom or my dad. Like, especially like this past week when I was going through some stuff, I'm just like, I want my mommy. I want to talk to my mom because talking to her always made everything feel like it was going to be okay. And even though my dad and I didn't talk nearly as much as my mom and I did, I'd still just love to talk to him. And so it's that's the basic premise. It's based on the song 5 More Minutes by I think it was Scott McCreery, which didn't click for me until they play the song at the end of the movie because I hadn't read anything about it. So it's does have a love story in it with Nikki and the main guy, of course, but there's like a lot of other stuff going on around it that is basically, like I said, the point keeps coming back to um, also talking about like when your heart breaks, you went through that experience and it opened you up to another experience, so like for example, Nikki winds up, well, you can tell from the beginning she's not going to stay with the guy that she's with in the beginning of the movie. Like that's not a spoiler. And like her mom lost her dad. Sounds like when Nikki was a very little girl, but she's getting a chance at romance with nice to see a nice mature couple having some romance in there. I like that guy too. He's been in other stuff, but I don't know what he's been in. And I like Mom. Can't remember. I don't know what she was in. Pride, Prejudice, and Snowmen, or whatever that was. The one with Aaron Krakow and Luke McFarland, like a few years ago. But I enjoy her. I feel like I've seen her in more stuff because she seems very familiar to me. But it shows her getting a second chance at love. It shows Nikki getting a second chance at love. The grandfather that she's missing in this movie, we find out about his first love via this journal that she finds. And that first love didn't work out, but then obviously he met the wife that he wound up marrying, which produced the son that was Nikki Lolich's dad. So that was nice too. I think that would resonate with a lot of people. And I like Nikki. Nikki's a great actress. I like that dude. So I would say it's worth watching. I have no idea right now where it's going to land in my rankings, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is helpful. Does this help anybody, or is this just me like having to you know, I just have to talk. So, whatever. Um, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking. It's already 6 minutes. I would say it's a sweet little movie. I, you know, I truly feel like this isn't helpful at all, but this is my project. I got to talk about all these movies. So, anyway, on to the next. Come on, stop. Come on, stop. Hello there. Kiss You for Christmas. Terry Hatcher and James Denton. So I'm going to tell you right away, if you watch Desperate Housewives, this is probably going to be a must watch since we have those two reunited. Which I watched the first season ish of way back in the day. I like those two. I don't watch Good Witch, but I've watched a little bit of Good Witch, and I like James Denton in general. So also what I like is magic stuff, and they're basically, the premise is that James Denton's a busy businessman. This is the season for busy businessmen, as you know, and he makes a wish, kind of, with Santa, that he'd been more successful in his career because he wants to be able to provide more for his family, and he thinks that maybe he's been too much of a good guy. So Santa, basically what Santa does is like make it that instead of 20 years ago, so they show a flashback to like 20 years ago when James Denton, I'm trying to fix the light, you guys, I'm terrible at this. James Denton gets in an elevator. Instead of getting in an elevator with this guy he works with, who I absolutely could not stand, the guy who works at his business, who's basically the villain of the movie. Could not stand him. Don't want, yeah. Every time he would come on screen, I would cringe. So instead of getting in the elevator with him to like discuss this business deal or something, he gets in the elevator with Terry Hatcher, winds up getting trapped in the elevator. That's how they meet. That's how they wind up falling in love and living happily ever after. So in this version that Santa takes him, that, Magic Santa puts him in, that didn't happen. So he's very successful at the same company, has a Ferrari, has like this gigantic house, but he doesn't have Terry Hatcher, and he doesn't have his kids that they adopted when they were little. So Terry Hatcher still exists in this parallel universe, it's like a multiverse. So this is like Marvel mashing up with Hallmark. Terry Hatcher does exist, and he does meet her, but in a different context. And he winds up telling her about what's going on, and she winds up helping him because basically he has to figure out why Santa has pulled this switcheroo on him before Christmas. Otherwise, he's going to be stuck in this particular universe. Okay. So I was going to say something, and now I've completely forgotten what I was going to say about this. Hold this thought. Hold that thought. I'm back. Maybe my thoughts were a little collected, maybe not. That's basically the premise of the movie. I do like the two of them together. It gives you, like, my kid was like, because my kid was sick and just on the couch chilling. And so I just like put on some Hallmark. And my kid was like, this is reminding me of like It's a Wonderful Life. And it does kind of have, and it's kind of got, and then she also mentioned Christmas Carol. Kind of like where you get to see a different version of life had something been done differently. So I think especially at the end, like when James Denton was getting all excited and stuff, I was like, I love you, you old building and loan. Like George Bailey, like he was giving me some George Bailey feels and stuff. It's not It's a Wonderful Life. Um, but it reminds me of that a little bit. So I don't know. I mean, I liked it. I liked it. I really do think I'm suffering a bit from, the fatigue of this being, these were like the 19th and 20th movies that I've seen already. And so, yeah, I don't feel like anybody can trust anything I say. So, why are you even watching this? Oh, God, I don't know. Uh, it's not going to be at the top of my list. It's going to be middle to lower middle. Probably both of these movies are really going to probably land there. If I was going to say you had to watch A Kiss Before Christmas or 5 More Minutes, I don't know. Kiss Before Christmas is a little more fun, but at the same time, it has parts that for me just kind of dragged, and so I don't know. I've got it's a mixed bag of review. Not going to be at the very bottom. Definitely going to be at the top. I don't know. Let me know what you think because uh, uh, yeah, just let me know what you think. I always want to know what you guys think about these because what the hell does it matter that I think? I just like to like talk about it and share my views, and that's that. So anyway, thanks for listening, and I don't know, I hope you got something out of this, and I'll be back later with a bunch more reviews because again, we're gonna knock out 7 this weekend. And I don't know how that I'm gonna be able to do that because yeah, we'll see. Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.